The figure-4 machine has been upgraded. The bolts are tighter. The braces are stronger. The structure is no longer fragile. This is not just a trap anymore. This is a fortress. And the real question is it built to capture something, or is it built to protect itself? If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. In war, a fortified defense is a sign of two things: strength, because it can endure more force; fear, because it expects an attack. This reinforced trap is not just an offensive tool anymore. It is preparing for resistance, as if something, somewhere, has begun to push back against it. Sun Tzu taught that when an enemy begins reinforcing their position, it's often because they fear their downfall. The same is true in life. Institutions that once ruled unchallenged begin to enforce harsher laws. Beliefs that once felt natural now require constant justification. People in power who were once secure now build walls, locks, and barriers. A trap that must be reinforced reveals a hidden truth. It was never as strong as it pretended to be. Where do you see fortified traps in the world? Rules, systems, or ideas that have doubled down because they fear collapse? Are there beliefs you hold that require constant defense? Do you actually believe in them, or are you afraid to let them go? He who grasps loses. There is a paradox in this reinforced figure-4 trap. It is now so fortified that it may no longer even work. A traditional figure-4 works because it is delicate. It is meant to collapse. But this is so rigid that it seems incapable of movement. Taoism warns against over-engineering solutions that create new problems. A law so strict it cannot be enforced leads to rebellion. A plan so complex it cannot adapt leads to failure. A belief so rigid it cannot change leads to self-deception. Perhaps this trap is now less of a danger to others and more of a prison for itself. Where in your life are you overcomplicating something that should be simple? What systems around you have become so rigid that they no longer accomplish their purpose? Beware that, when fighting monsters, you yourself do not become a monster. What if this reinforced machine isn't just about strength? What if it is about the illusion of strength? A simple figure-4 trap is effective because it works without drawing attention. But this demands to be seen. It wants to look powerful. Nietzsche argued that those who seek power for its own sake must always project an image of control. A weak ruler builds a larger throne. A failing system emphasizes its tradition. A person who feels powerless demands the loudest respect. This machine wants to be feared because it knows that, in truth, it is not invincible. What people or systems in your life demand respect, but only because they fear losing it? Where do you see false fortifications, strength that is only a mask?